This video is brought to you by IXL, used by millions of students worldwide to get ahead in math, English, and more.
Today, we will solve multi-step equations, and we will justify each step as we go. For our first example, we'll complete the process of solving the equation for p, where 24 minus 2p plus 7 equals 23. Let's take a look at how this process works. We have equations on the left, and we have the steps that we took to get those equations on the right. In this example, we have 3 blanks to fill in. The first blank is in the second equation. Blank minus 2p equals 23. On the right, combine like terms tells us what was done to get this equation. So, we need to combine like terms on the left side. The like terms on the left side of the equation are 24 and 7. 24 plus 7 is 31. So, 31 goes in this blank. The next blank we need to fill in is on the right side of the third equation. Negative 2p equals blank. To get the variable term all by itself, we need to get rid of the 31 on the left side of the equation. We can do this by subtracting 31 from both sides. Look, checking the justification on the right side, we see we're doing the right step. Subtracting 31 from both sides leaves negative 2p on the left side, and on the right side, 23 minus 31 is negative 8. So we'll put a negative 8 in this blank. So, negative 2p equals negative 8. We have one more blank to fill in. We need to isolate p. Right now, p is being multiplied by negative 2. The opposite of multiplication is division. So to undo this, let's divide each side by negative 2. Look, that step is written here, so we're on the right track. On the left, we just get p, and on the right, we get negative 8 divided by negative 2, which is positive 4. So, p equals 4. Great work! For our second example, we'll complete the process of solving this equation. This time, we aren't just filling in blanks in the equation. We also need to fill in some of the justifications for how we get from one equation to the next. First, what changed from the original equation to the second equation? Well, in the second equation, there are no parentheses. It looks like we can apply the distributive property. Let's check. Multiplying 6 by both 10g and 4 gives us 60g plus 24. That's right. So, we can write apply the distributive property on the first blank. To fill in the next blank, we need to find out what changed from the second equation to the third equation. In the second equation, there are 3 terms on the left side, but in the third equation, there are only 2. It looks like we combine like terms. 24 minus 13 is 11. So, let's write combine like terms in this blank. Next, we need to fill in 3 blanks in the equations. This justification says to subtract g from both sides. We do that so that we can get all the variable terms on the left side. Since 60g minus g is 59g, we'll write that in this blank. We're left with just 11 on the right side. Let's keep going. To get the variable term alone, we need to subtract 11 from both sides. On the left, that leaves us with 59g, and on the right, we just get 0. We're almost there. To isolate g, we need to undo the multiplication. The opposite of multiplying by 59 is dividing by 59. When we divide each side by 59, we find that g equals 0. So, we'll put 0 in this last blank, and that means we've solved the equation. G equals 0. Let's try one more. This time, we will solve this equation ourselves and justify each step. Our goal is to get h by itself. The first thing I see is the parentheses on the left side. Let's apply the distributive property. Negative 12 times h is negative 12h, and negative 12 times 6 is negative 72. To justify this step, we'll put apply the distributive property here. Next, let's get all of the variable terms on one side of the equation and all of the other terms on the other side. To do that, we can add 8h to both sides of the equation. On the left side, negative 12h plus 8h equals negative 4h. On the right side, negative 8h plus 8h equals 0, so only the negative 4 remains. Okay, let's keep working to isolate the variable term. We will add 72 to both sides. On the left, we just get negative 4h, and on the right, we have negative 4 plus 72, which is 68. Finally, let's divide both sides by negative 4 to eliminate the coefficient. On the left side, we just get h. On the right side, when we divide 68 by negative 4, we get negative 17. So, we've found h equals negative 17, and we've given the reason for each step. Good job justifying each step as we solved equations. Now, try some practice problems on your own.
Head over to IXL.com for more practice on this skill and thousands more videos in math and language arts.